Hey, Connect community. Hope you're doing well today. Alini and I have been praying for you. You are constantly in our minds and thinking about you and how we as a community can continue to grow, continue to move forward, and continue to remain connected in these days where we're asked to stay at home and maintain social distancing. I've been thinking about some of the difficulties that we're facing at large as a state, as a community, as a country, and also individually. You might be facing a tighter budget, maybe perhaps even your hours have been reduced or you've been laid off, and you're in a situation right now that it feels like you've been going through the fire. And I just wanted to say that your life is in the hands of God, that God loves you, and that you have a community of believers who are for you, who are standing with you in prayer and in willingness to be there for you. In the book of Daniel, there was a moment where three of Daniel's friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, refused to bow down to a statue that Nebuchadnezzar, the king, built. He built a statue and decreed that everybody should bow down to it. And they chose not to. And the punishment would be that they would be thrown in a fiery furnace. And if you know the story, you remember the story, you remember that when they were confronted about it, this is what they told Nebuchadnezzar. "O Nebuchadnezzar, we have no need to answer you in this matter. If it be so, our God, whom we serve, is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of your hand, O king. But if not, be it known to you, O king, that we will not serve your gods or worship the golden image that you have set up." I love their determination, their commitment to God. I love that they said, our God is able to deliver. But even if he doesn't, we will not bow down. Let me encourage you to have a posture of commitment to God and to faith, knowing that God can deliver you. God can bring you out of this situation. And he can bring you out of the situation like he brought Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. This is what happened. They were thrown in the fiery furnace, and this is what the king saw. He said, "I see 4 men unbound walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt. And the appearance of the 4th is like the son of the gods." And then he said, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High, come out and come here." Then Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego came out of the fire, and the satraps and prefects and governors and the king's counselors gathered together and saw that the fire had not had any power over the bodies of those men. The hair of their heads was not singed, their cloaks were not harmed, and no smell of fire came upon them. That's our prayer for you. That as we go through this process, as we go through these difficulties, whatever you may be facing right now, that you may walk through the fire with the faith that God is with you, that you are not alone, and that you will come out on the other side with not even a smell of fire, that you will not be burned, and that not only will you not be burned, you will come out on the other side strong, victorious, with the faith that God is for you and he's with you. Hey, we want you to know that we're here for you. This church is here for you. Myself, Alini, and the lead team, we want you to know that we're going to use every resource to make sure that nobody is in peril. So if you need anything, I want you to go to connectcommunity.tv/help and submit a prayer request. And if you need food, submit a food support. There's a form right there, and we're going to do everything we can to help you. Now, those of you who would like to help our community, I've been in touch with the executive director of the Lower Fairfield County Food Bank, and she told me that the main thing they need right now, besides food, is adult diapers. Adult diaper sizes M through large. That's what they need right now. So if you don't mind, when you do your groceries, if you can, swing by the personal care aisle and pick up a couple of packets of adult diapers. And you can drop them off directly at the food bank. As you know, we don't have a building, so we would be gladly collecting these items. But right now, I'm just asking you to take it straight to the people who need it. The address is right here for you. And if you don't mind just doing that for our community, we can't do everything, but we will do something. And so I asked her, what do you need us to do for you? How can we help as a church? And she said, these are the items that I'd like for you guys to focus on. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be the hands and feet and the light of Christ in our community. And that's a small way that we can do that. And if any of our efforts need to be expanded, we will expand them. But right now, that's what we're going to do as a church. We're going to supply those needs in our community. Thank you for being a giving church. Thank you for being generous people. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure that when we're through this, we're going to go through this with testimonies. God is going to help us grow through this and get to the other side stronger than before. That's because you're dedicated. That's because you're connected to God. That's because you're seeking to do what's right before the Lord. And I thank you for it. God bless you, everybody. We're praying for you. We love you. Know that we're going to get through this together. God bless you.